Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. Okay, let's see. Who or what is holding Aquarius back? Who or what is holding Aquarius back? Put them back in the deck or leave. Put them back or leave them. Leave them. Who or what is holding Aquarius back? Oh, put it back in the deck. Aquarius, after you, I think I'm going to be done and go to bed. This is main or side? Side. Not it. Advice. This is main or side? Main message. Not it. Alright, one moment. Are there any other side messages for Aquarius other than this one? Oh. I was gonna ask if they were sure, but they will be saying don't test me. Okay. Because usually there's like 2 to 4 different cards for a side message. But Spirit's saying 1 is all you need for right now. Anyway. You have the Moon. Knave of Wands. 5 of Wands. 5 of Chalices. And the 10 of Chalices. What? Okay, let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius. There's something being hidden from you. There's something being hidden from your sight. Now, I don't know if you're going through a specific situation or if this is the person. It's going to be different for everybody, Aquarius. But for those of you where it's a situation, there's a few key elements that you're missing in order to resolve a situation. You know the answer is there. Like you're halfway there to a solution. You just don't understand how to get from B to C. So, okay, so you figured out A to B, but now you need to figure out B to C. You're halfway there. You're just missing a few critical pieces to figure out what you need to know to get you the rest of the way, or the rest of the story, to come up with your own conclusion. Okay. And for those of you where it's a person, someone may intentionally be hiding something from you, distorting the facts, having you see only what they want you to see. Man, Aquarius, you're falling for it. You don't see anything wrong with what they're saying. You're not... It's like their logic makes sense, and even if you were to pick up on the fact that something's wrong, they haven't... I'm hearing they have an unfair excuse or just reason to explain it away. Like this, if you do have your suspicions, some way, somehow, this person can easily manipulate the facts or explain it away. The doubt still remains, but there's nothing on your side to back it up. But again, that's some of you that have your doubts. Others of you, it's a situation and you're missing key pieces of to solve a problem. But for the remainder of you, where it's a person, you are blissfully ignorant. They're altering your perception by twisting the facts, and you are simply falling for it. Like, you see no fault in their logic or what it is they're saying. Like, it's like there's no holes in their story. And even if there are, they're very minuscule. For what you see, you have the Knave of Wands. Someone is playing with fire. Learning the true meaning of following your inspiration, your motivation, and your passion. You don't quite know how to activate. But you have an idea of where you're going to start. So basically, Aquarius, there could be something that you're interested in. Yeah, for some of you where it's a situation you're going through, and trying to figure out how to get from B to C, there's something you want to act on. You don't know how you're going to do it, and which ways to apply yourself, but you have the motivation and the passion to see it through. For right now, you may just be moving off of the inspiration and motivation that you have to take care of what it is you do know, and figure out the rest as you go along. But let me see, being that I picked up on more than one storyline, for those of you who are a person, yes, yeah. I always like to play with fire. You're poking the bear. And you know you're poking the bear. For those of you who are a person, you're poking the bear and you know that you're poking the bear. For those of you who are blissfully ignorant, it's like what you're doing, what you're trying to understand, so you can know if you're trying to work towards something. It's like you're asking somebody questions of how to do this, how to do that. How did you become so successful? How did you get your initial start? How did you figure out what your bliss was? How did you, you're asking a lot of questions because you don't know how you know what you want to do, where you want to direct your energy, but you don't know how you're going to do it. And the questions you're raising is pissing somebody off. That's how it's coming across, where you're pissing somebody off. It comes off like you're asking the right questions for yourself, but it's like you're asking the wrong questions. You're asking questions to things they don't want you to know. So yeah, for you this is harmless. You're just asking questions on how to do something, how to get your start, how do you figure something out, how do you apply yourself, because you have this passion, this motivation to do something. You're just trying to figure out the basic steps for what it is you need to do, because it's that you didn't figure out yet, and it's pissing somebody off because you're asking questions and for answers you don't need to know. And with the Five of Wands here, for what you don't see, you may be receiving pushback. Regardless of the situation that you're going through, whether you're asking somebody or going with the flow, doing what you can and figuring out the rest later, you're receiving pushback. It's the way it comes across, you may be challenging someone's authority, encroaching on their territory. Violating the terms and conditions you agreed to. So someone around you wants you to stay in your place. Doesn't want you to go any further than where you're currently at. Now, for some of you, not all of you, it's like they don't want you to progress because you're going to find out something you don't need to know. And that in turn is what's creating the conflict. They're trying to keep you at a certain level, have you remain at a certain place, because the closer you get, the more you learn, the more you grow, the more you advance, the more you push past them. Either you're not going to need them, or you're going to come to a realization that they don't need you to know. Wait, what about the people that are trying to go from B to C and figuring things out as they go? You may be receiving pushback from a person or experiencing a challenging setback. Because again, you don't have all the information you need to get from B to C. You only have A to B. So you may have hit a wall. It's more of a conflict with yourself of what you're going to do to resolve the situation. Either you're trying to speak to somebody about it, or they're trying to speak to you, and you don't want to hear what they have to say, like whatever advice they're trying to give you. You don't think it's sound advice, but in actuality, it may just be the thing that helps you along the way. Now, overall, how the situation is affecting you. Part of you wants to give up, stay down and feel defeated. If they don't think it's the best thing for me, then why push forward? It's not going to work out anyway. I need their help and support to see things through. Why do I have to do everything on my own? So yeah, regardless of the situation, whichever storyline you resonate with, you're contemplating throwing in the towel and giving up because it's proving too much, too difficult. And overall, you may be tired of the roadblock. You feel like you're in this struggle on your own, not receiving sound advice on how to move forward, progress. and be better than what you are now, or come to a simple solution for a problem that's been plaguing you. For some of you, for months. For others of you, could only be weeks. Either which way, you're contemplating your race quit, your race throwing the towel, and give up. Now, overall advice or what you need to know. You have 10 of chalices. Nothing good will come of staying where you're at and being complacent with what you know. You want emotional fulfillment and to see your fortune rise, where your happiness knows no restraint or restriction. But how can you do that if you follow what others say and believe that you can't do something or you shouldn't? Yeah. Sometimes for the life we want emotional fulfillment to thrive and shine. We have to be our own support system. We have to make it happen on our own. Now, with the energy that's coming off the 10 of chalices, I gotta be honest with you, Aquarius. It may take some time for any good to come out of this, especially since you've been receiving a lot of pushback and you may not even understand as to why, or you've been hitting roadblock after roadblock after setback after setback. Because again, you're ready to throw in the towel, but for the 10 of chalices, if this is what your goal is, if this is what your aim is, emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, happiness, personal growth and progression, and just being emotionally fulfilled with the life you live, you have to fight for it. It's not just going to happen on its own. And lastly, with your advice, you have the death card. But yeah, it doesn't come off as you're letting something go. It's more of you are going through a transition. This could be happening not to you, but for you, Aquarius, and for a very significant reason. You are going through a change. You are going through a transition, but it's going to be a slow moving one. There's something you got to learn or gain from this, whether it be a new perspective to push forward, I'm hearing push forward, manifest what it is you want, change your mentality, correct the way you view mishaps or supposed missed opportunities. For some of you, it's going to be coming to a realization about a particular person in general. Like, if there's, for those of you who resonate with storyline where there's someone actually giving you pushback, where someone's deliberately hiding something from you and not giving you all the details, or twisting the facts for their benefit, and now giving you pushback because you're asking what they perceive to be the wrong questions. You may be coming to a truth. You may be finding out a truth about this person. But again, it's a very slow transition. So it may hit you over time. You may notice it over time. But usually with something like this, because with how Spirit is showing it, there's going to be that one final moment where you look back and everything that happened now suddenly makes sense. And it's going to be like slap to the face. When you get what this transition is, whether you're transitioning away from something or someone, or whether it's more of an internal transition with the way you view things, perceive things, the way you handle a situation, or even after learning a vital lesson that you need to know to move forward. And be prepared, Aquarius. Because it's still coming through. You're going to have to fight every step of the way. And it's not going to be pretty. But like Spirit said with their advice to you, you can't be emotionally fulfilled. You can't expect emotional fulfillment without putting in the work and the effort and fighting for what it is that you want to go after, with or without help. The path is right there in front of you. Yeah, but with the Death card here, the only reason why it may be this hard or this challenging is because it's a transition period that you need to go through, because there's something that's going to come out of this. And again, when you realize what it is, it's going to be gradual at first, but when you hit that realization, it's going to be a fucking slap in the face. Like how I did not see this before. Anyway, Aquarius, this is the reading that I have for you. I hope you liked it, or at least gained some insight from it. Now, if you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button, as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Aquarius.